How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I want to show you one of the most OP builds in the game at the moment. This is Hex Gengar. So how this build works, it's gonna speak for itself later on in the video, but you're gonna take Sludge Bomb when you hit level 5, and Sludge Bomb essentially poisons the enemies around you in that area of effect when used. Hex deals damage to opposing Pokemon by popping up underneath them, but when it's used on Pokemon that are poisoned, it reduces the cooldown to about 3 seconds, 1.5 seconds, somewhere around there, and it increases the amount of damage that you do. This build is crazy, and I think that this video speaks for itself. At one point, there was a 4K, and I had just jumped down from respawning. 4K wiped their team. It was ridiculous. So sit back, relax. I'll chime in a little bit here and there, but watch this video. It gets pretty crazy. So starting off at level 1, I prefer to take Will-O-Wisp at the spawn and then take Lick. I was running with my buddy Proper Good Games, who was playing Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime was there to bury your enemies off the point, so that way I could score using my special attack specs. The items I am running for this build are Wise Glasses to greatly increase special damage, special attack specs that increase special damage when I score a goal, and the Shell Bell. It regains your health every time you deal damage with a special attack. The battle item I'm using for this game is an eject button. This is because very early game and even late game, Gengar is what's considered a glass cannon character, where he does a lot of damage, but he dies very easily. So as you see there, I made it my objective to just score as fast as I can, and I took that barrier so I took that berry so Machop could not come over and get that berry and survive. I'm hearthing back here because, believe it or not, we actually had a bot in our game. If you pay attention to the minimap, I don't see him very much, but the Pikachu on our team is just running around, not helping the team at all. He was following the Machop and not even attacking anything, not even attacking Combies, Corphish. He was just a bot running around. He even left the match at the very end. However, we still managed to pull out a win. Spoilers. So up here, I had to go assist our Froakie, who was doing very well on the top line by himself, even though there were 2 or 3 of the enemies up there attacking him. So here I messed up. I was trying to go for a cheeky goal to increase my special attack, and then the reboot came up, and I was like, I'm going to go for it again, and didn't get it off. He got the burn on me and put me down way farther than I should have been. So here I had to hit level 5, and I took Sludge Bomb, and also evolved into Haunter. So Sludge Bomb on its own is pretty okay. It has a damage over time effect, being that poison that especially combos with your Hex later on. So here I noticed there was a cluster of them down here. I think it was just their Zeraora. I led with Sludge Bomb to try and get that early poison damage off on him. So I barely got away here. That eject button really came in clutch. So notice we were trying to go for that Zeraora. I went to go and hit him with the Sludge Bomb to get that poison on him, and I went for a Lick to pull him back, but it was just enough damage to kill him. Here I went to score, and it really messed me up. If you're below 5, I really don't think that you should try to go for a cheeky score, especially if you're fighting an enemy right there. So I'm rotating to the bottom line because I saw our Pikachu was going up top with the other 3 members. This is when he was still just following the Machoke, and I assumed that they would stay up there. Spoiler, they didn't. And so I ran back down here to help Proper Good Games. So I got Sludge Bomb off, but I got slept by the Wigglytuff, and I thought I could get the kill on both the Machoke here, but here I actually hit level 7 and got Hex off. So I led the fight with that Sludge Bomb, so that way I could go straight into Hex and increase the damage that I do on him, lower that cooldown, and essentially this is where this build starts. So I tried to get as many of them as in the Sludge Bomb as I could, but I missed the Machoke. Once it gets building, it absolutely just deletes enemies. Especially with as much as I've been scoring this game, or at least been trying to, the special attack specs really increased the amount of damage output that I do as a whole. So here I started to solo Dreadnought, and Proper Good Games was like, help, help me. So if you see in the mini-map, he's coming down to me, he's bringing both of them with me, and I tried to lead him with my ult, which was able to get them all down to half, led him with Sludge Bomb, got both of them, but then that Cinderace showed up, so did the Zeraora. I tried to eject button out of there, there was no berries because their first goal had been gone, and Cinderace is just so fast, man. So, as you can see here, the Pikachu was just sitting in spawn, and he did this a majority of the game. When he finally moved, he went up to the Rotom and just ran around until he died. So here was that big 4K. I was able to stop them from scoring on that goal. I had to stop and process what just happened. So I was able to stop them from scoring on that goal. As I've mentioned, I led with Sludge Bomb and just started spamming Hex. So I did a lot of damage on that Wigglytuff, and Mr. Mime was able to actually clean up on that Wigglytuff, but was able to get away from that Machamp before he died. If you see here, I went up to see what that Pikachu was doing, and he was just running circles. So I realized they had a 50-point Cinderace up there, and I needed to go up there to stop them. So here, my goal was just to chase down that Cinderace. Then I realized their Machamp also had 50 points. So, Mr. Mime and Gengar, we have found to be an absolutely deadly combo. Mr. Mime's barriers being able to stop them from leaving the fight is ridiculous, especially when you're doing as much damage as Gengar does when he uses Hex Sludge Bomb. So I actually missed my Sludge Bomb on that Machamp, so we had to retreat because we were both so low health. If I had Sludge Bombed the Machamp, I think that I would have been able to finish that fight. Here we thought we could get the upper hand on him, and then he used his ultimate. So I realized that Machamp was scoring bottom lane, and that hurt really bad because it was about 146 points. And we thought that they were going to go for Zapdos, however, they didn't right away, which gave Proper and I enough time to spawn in and actually head there ourselves. So here they went for it. I led with Sludge Bomb, which also affects Zapdos. So even though it didn't really hit them, it hit the Zapdos. And as long as Zapdos, who is poisoned, is in the effect of Hex, the cooldown reduction still happens. So they stole the Zapdos that we tried to steal from them. So they got it, but it shouldn't really matter. That Machamp I was very worried about with his 50 points. However, Proper was able to secure the kill on him. Once again, the Pikachu's just AFK and spawn. So my goal here was just to puppy guard and make sure that they did not score any more points in the bottom lane as I could. Because I saw them all clustered up on the mini-map and heading this way, so I jumped down there to try and stop them if I could. However, it seems that it is too late for them with only 5 seconds remaining in the game. It was, however, a very close game, and even though we had an AFKer, we still managed to pull out the win. So, that's, in my opinion, one of the most broken duos in the game, Gengar, Mr. Mime. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you check me out on twitch.tv/Enderpandaplayz, where I will be live streaming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 2 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you go check out Joey, link in the descriptions. He's a great streamer, he's a great Mr. Mime player. He also plays a decent Venusaur. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.